Oh yeah, you all said about the developer notes as well, right? Venture encounters available. We're working on one-click expeditions. Okay. With the release of new areas, the amount of available content also gradually increases. Yeah, too bad the amount of fucking resin doesn't either, huh? In order to give everyone more options for playable content and playtime while preserving the game's original gameplay and rewards, the developer will make long-term adjustments and optimizations to various gameplay. In the upcoming version, travelers will be able to enjoy new content regarding daily commission rewards. Okay. Oh my god, yeah, it's gonna be like the it's gonna be like HSR, isn't it? Starting from version 4.1, after travelers complete a quest, participate in an event, carry out exploration, and collect materials, travelers will earn encounter points. These points can be exchanged for the same rewards as from daily commissions. Huh? Like HSR? That's not really like HSR, I feel like. Once travelers reach AR 35 or complete Archon Quest Chapter 2 at 3, encounter points can be exchanged for rewards. The claim attempts and reward cap for encounter points and daily commissions are shared, and daily claiming attempts can be mixed and matched. Example, you can claim 1 encounter point reward and complete 3 daily commissions and claim those rewards. Following the release of Adventure Encounters, the developers will continue to monitor usage and feedback from travelers in hopes of providing travelers with metagaming experience. I'm very confused by this, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like this explanation is not that good, but I guess we'll find out tomorrow. When creating new content, the developers continue to pay attention to travelers' gaming experiences with content from previous versions. We have found that travelers have encountered difficulties upon their arrival in Teyvat or encountered obstructions at certain points. We hope to make the experience smoother with some optimizations so you can level up in the game faster and easier. We're under adventure ranks, please, for the love of God. I think it's already easy enough to level up in the beginning of the fucking game. I think it's the late game you need to start focusing on. I ain't gonna cap. When some travelers first enter Teyvat, they may not notice the adventure rank Ascension Quest, which prevents them from continuing to level up. In later versions, if travelers' adventure rank reaches the current limit, an Ascension prompt will appear in the Paimon menu. I mean, that's fine. That's just an extra, like, visual, I guess. Considering that travelers spend a relatively long time in the challenge stage, and it is too time-consuming to retry the chat. No, it's fucking not. That is some fucking bullshit. What? That literally sounds like skill issue. If people aren't ready for the world level, they're not ready for the world level. Travelers will be able to reach the final challenge faster. In addition, since new travelers will encounter some strong opponents in these challenges for the first time, they may not be able to complete the challenges due to unfamiliarity with the opponent's mechanics. Thus, we have removed such strong opponents. Bro, what? The great thing about the character ascension stages was that you got introduced to enemies you were about to encounter in the main game. Genshin was already easy, dude. This is just fucking holding hands at this point. That's actually wild. Once characters, weapons, and artifacts have been sufficiently upgraded, travelers will be able to complete the challenges. Adjusted rewards and conditions for unlocking M-Battle. The adventure rank requirement has been lowered from 20 to 16, allowing travelers to begin the quests and receive the rewards earlier. What the fuck is M-Battle, chat? Is that the book? Let me read the rest, because this is wild to me. This is actually wild to me. In addition to the content that will be released in version 4.1, we will continue to optimize your gaming experience in future versions. Honestly, if this is the optimization, please don't. Chat, when I started the game, everyone was like, oh my god, they nerfed the Tartaglia boss fight and that made it so boring. You just blew through it. I actually had a struggle. Now, literally everything is going to be like that. Adjustments are already being made to the systems and pages most commonly used by the travelers. I think that's fine. I just think making the game even easier is a terrible step if you're not going to add hard things as well. I'm all for making the game easier for new players getting into it, but then at least have a difficult thing to fight for in the fucking end. When will one-click expeditions be available? Related features are already under development, and we will simplify the operations of expeditions, forging, and cucking, making it easier for travelers to get the rewards and dispatch expeditions. Okay. There are too many enemies listed in my adventure handbook. Finding a specific enemy takes a long time, and I'm farming for materials. To improve travelers' experience in finding enemies and obtaining the materials needed to level up, we are going to make some tweaks to the way enemies work. The display of enemies will be adjusted to make it easier. Why not just give a search? Why not just add a search bar? Additionally, after tracking an enemy and reopening the page, your previous choice will be retained and you won't have to go through the entire list again. That's good. You'll also be able to click bosses' icons on the map to view their respawn times. That's good. Although you can kind of do that by seeing if there's a navigate option, but that's pretty good. People don't know enemy names? Bro, if you're going to the handbook to farm specific enemies, I can bet you at least like 70% of the fucking people know the enemy names. What's more likely? You searching for a fucking specific enemy name or searching for an achievement? They literally have a search bar for the achievements, for fuck's sake. but not the enemies. Give me a break. Similar to the enemies optimization, we want to optimize the enhancement experience by simplifying operations. The number of materials that can be added to enhance artifacts and weapons will be increased, and the smart add feature for artifacts enhancement will be developed to enable rapid enhancement to level 4, 8, 12, and 16. That's pretty good. I kind of like that, actually. As for character leveling, XP materials will be able to be auto-added, and the level up and ascend pages will be merged. When travelers level up characters to the upper limit of their current level, they will be able to ascend characters directly without having to open the ascend page. Just like Star Rail? I feel like it already is just like Star Rail. What? I feel like this is very much a non-issue. I don't know. I don't think this is a necessity, to be honest. But hey, we'll see. I don't know. It might be great. We'll see. The details of the features mentioned above are still being designed and optimized that will be presented in upcoming discussions. And that's all for today's developer discussion. Do I want to read the comments to this? Is there any leaks in the comments, chat? Hoya Lab doesn't have leaks, I don't think. I've heard people get leaked on Hoya Lab, so I don't know. Let's have like a brief TLDR here. This could be fantastic, but I feel like it's explained in a way that doesn't explain it very well, at least. So I guess we'll find out tomorrow in the live stream whether this is going to be good or just another like thing that we have to do. We'll see tomorrow for this, because I don't know about that one. This is nice for new players, the Ascend thing. This is fucking stupid. Like, I'm sorry. Listen, the Ascension domains were great because they were, number one, supposed to be difficult. The whole reason of Ascension domains is to feel like you were pushing your account to the next level higher, meeting enemies that you haven't met in the game yet. It doesn't matter that such strong opponents are unfamiliar to you. That's kind of the fucking point. I honestly think that is a terrible change for early game players. I'm not even kidding. I think the people that end up doing these domains without the future enemies and having a little bit of difficulty are going to suffer later down the line because the world level is going to be harder than the fucking domain. So they're going to do the domain thing. Oh, this is easy as fuck. Go to the world level and get absolutely fucking rolled. I think it's a bad change. This is the first thing I've seen for Genshin that I'm like, that's just a bad change. I don't see a positive to this. Just remember, enough people complained about world ascension for this to happen. Enough people have complained about lack of endgame for it to happen, and it still hasn't. So I don't even know at this point. I always felt like the world ascension was easier than the world enemies after that. I agree. I agree completely. This is just bad. It's just an outright bad change, I feel like. I kind of actually hope they don't go through with this. It doesn't even affect me. Or like half of you guys, chat. We've played the fucking game. We're already at world level fucking infinity, the highest we can get to. But for newer players, like, I care about the newer player experience. This is just it. I feel like people are going to get bored so quick, dude, or not know what they're getting themselves into. This thing is fine, although I will say, chat, listen, I feel like working on this stuff is a good thing, like the Embattle book, right? The Embattle book's a fantastic thing, especially for early game. However, when do people usually have the least amount of content in Genshin? When they're going through the early game or when they've already caught up? Because I can guarantee you it's when they've already caught up. We need more stuff, not lower levels for it. Like, lower level is good. This is good. I still think 16 is a good option for that because it's when you unlock co-op and everything, but we need more stuff. We haven't had updates on the book in so long, dude. I think one problem is just the fact that player base is so big. There's probably an about equal amount of opposing opinions, so it's hard to determine what the majority really wants. Yeah, they should make domains that are available from anywhere and at any level. That would provide the materials for characters that are only available now in later regions. Interesting. So you mean like the current like talent domains, but you can access them from like the event menu and they're available like every day? I think at this point in the game, dude, remove the fucking daily limit thing. I think one of the great things about Star Rail is you can do any domain anytime, and I do think that's a fantastic thing. You can farm for any character whenever you want. Chat, I genuinely feel like at the minute, as a brand new player coming into the game, you're coming into the game at Fontaine, you have so many regions to go through, so many characters to level up. We have 160 daily resin, dude. I thought it wasn't enough even for Sumeru, and I still believe that. I think we need the resin increase. I'm very surprised there's nothing about a resin increase in here. I'm really hoping the live stream tomorrow brings some absolutely pog news, dude, because uh-oh. Doing this a couple of days before the anniversary live stream is a bold move, Hoyovers. It's a bold move. Holy, you better have something up your fucking sleeves. Let me scroll down to see like a couple of comments. Artifact loadouts? Hello? Are we talking to a wall? Endgame when, bro? Resin cap and regeneration increase when? Skip dialogue button when? I hear you, ein WC. Yes, indeed, you were talking to a wall. Yes, indeed, you were talking to a wall when they literally made an AR Ascension Quest easier, which was kept in the game to test out how strong your units are, but alas, there is part of the community that's filled with these snowflakes. I don't even think it's snowflakes, dude. that don't know how to raise characters, even though there are a ton of guides available on YouTube. Not everybody wants... Okay, that's a bad take. Bro, not everybody wants to look up a fucking guide on YouTube to clear a domain. That's a ridiculous fucking take. That's stupid. You're blaming the wrong people. And I don't even think it's about people who want to not build their characters, because they're gonna have to for the world level after doing the domain, dude. Like, come the fuck on. I don't know who wants these domains to be easier. I don't know who. I can't even think, dude. I can't even think who would want this. I don't know. Chat, is there any one of you that wants the Ascension domains to be easier? Please, I have to know. There's got to be at least one of you out of 600 people here right now, right? There's got to be at least one. Somebody, please, for the love of fucking God, say yes. Oh my God, there's not a single yes. You just want auto domain ones. Oaz, you want it to be easier? Why? I have to know. Oaz, I have to know why. I have to know why. I'm not gonna judge. I would just love to know why. I'm new to the game, so I have a hard time with them. The whole point is to learn from them, though. You're gonna have a harder time when they're easy and you get shoved into the next world level and the bosses are fucking one-tapping you. The worst part about it, chat, just as so you know what I'm talking about, is this part. The worst part isn't making it shorter. Being shorter is fine. The worst part is, since new travelers will encounter some strong opponents in these challenges for the first time, they might not be able to complete the challenges due to unfamiliarity with the opponent's mechanics. Thus, we have removed such strong opponents. Because like I say, dude, genuinely, in those Ascension domains, I thought it was great to be able to see what enemies you were gonna be facing in the open world, and they were still easier in the Ascension domain than they were in the open world. It was a good introduction to what you're about to come across. I'm just wondering why now, though. Good question. I don't know. Maybe Copium, they're thinking about adding more world levels. Hear me out. Quality of life on domains where before you start, you can choose how many times you'll do it, and the enemies will come in waves instead of restarting from spawn point. Holy fucking shit, Prometheus. You are a fucking genius. That's a phenomenal idea. They should do that. Talk about commission. Please make priority for commission which have achievement incomplete. There is so much achievements we can get from commissions. I've been playing this game almost 3 years now, but I still haven't finished for the love of Godwin. As somebody who love 100% completion, I really hope this... Yeah, honestly, chat, honestly, as much as I don't really care about that too much, that would be a phenomenal idea to add. Please increase the resin cap and or give us a system that keeps some resin in store after it caps. I wonder where they got that idea from. There are way too many domains and world/weekly bosses to do and never enough resin, and this problem is only getting worse the more content gets released. That comment is my biggest feedback right now, honestly. Great, and we still need resin cap raised and resin recharge time shortened, even for older player. If you want us to play longer, having more resin to spend per day for sure will help prolong our playing time, even if it's just 5 more minutes. They don't want you to play longer. They literally made the game easier, deleting the strong boss at Ascension Quest. This game has become a joke, or maybe it always has been. I don't know, chat. I don't know. Thoughts overall? That was an interesting read for sure. I'm gonna load up the game now and play.